Welcome to our Ayurveda talk. We are going to have a longer talk today about Ayurveda Marma therapy. And the reason why is because I talk about Marma a lot and I kind of say, oh, yeah, and by the way, Marma is great. But we're going to actually go into a little bit more detail about what Marma is. I talk about Marma all the time because it is the main treatment that I do on people. It's a somatic therapy. And I'm telling you, the new thing right now, I listen to podcasts all the time. I just listened to a physicist, Dr. Barbara, what's her last name? I can't think of it. Her last name, Bullard or something like that. I listened to talk that she did. Also, Dr. Martha Beck. There's quite a few. Dr. Gabor Mate. And they are all now saying that if you're just dealing with the physical body, you're actually dealing with the most difficult, the densest part of the healing process. And according to this physicist, they're now realizing, and this as far as DNA is concerned, you are actually dealing with 5% of your DNA structure. 5%. So what I understood her saying was that when scientists have gone in and they've looked at the helix structure of DNA, what they found was that only 5% of that structure deals with the actual physical body and the codes relating to the physical body. 5%. Think about that. So 95% goes to something else. And when she was asked, well, what is that other 95%? Where is it going? And she says it relates to light, as in light. And this is why circadian biology is important. This is because it's regulating everything. So what I understood from what she was saying is that now she's a physicist. They are just learning about it. They don't know. But what I want to tell you is Ayurveda, they understand that because they have therapies in place already dealing with the 95% that's going to help that 5%. And our approach in the West and in a lot of parts of the world is always to deal with the physical body only. And that is the most difficult place to heal. And so what they're finding is Dr. Gabor Mate goes into detail about if you are not healing the emotional body, the intellectual and emotional body, yes, you have an intellectual emotional body. If you are not healing those subtle layers of who you are, your energy body, your emotional and mental bodies, then sometimes you stay stuck. So, an issue that you might have going on, if you're only addressing it at the level of the physical, it may never go away. And I've given you guys lots of examples of that. I had a client one time that came in, he was suffering from constipation, severe constipation, like going weeks and weeks at a time, and was suicidal, tried to commit suicide over it, had gone to the hospital, had all the scans. They said nothing's wrong with your colon, nothing's wrong with your large intestines, but something clearly was wrong. And when I started working with him, what I told him was that it's emotional. It's emotional. Now, this guy was a retired police officer. And so that made so much sense. It made so much sense. So it was emotional. His physical stuff was emotional. And I will tell you guys, according to what the research now is saying, and I like to bring that in because there's a lot of people that think, oh, well, unless science says that it's real, it's not real. And that's actually not true. Because if they're only really understanding 5% of who we are, then that's so limited. It's so limited. So the 95% is what Marma is dealing with. Well, so let's talk about Marma. First of all, Marma means vital point. It's an access point. So I'm going to go into a few different definitions because I'm using a couple of different references, books. So Marma is, there are 107 Marma points throughout the body, and they are major points. So they are areas, they're not like acupressure points. Acupressure points are very small and tiny. Marma points are bigger than that. So Marma points are vital points. And if we look at the definition, these points are considered the seats of life. So let's talk about that. If you know what your doshas are, the doshas are the Vata, Pitta, Kapha. The doshas are made up of the elements, Vata being air and ether, Pitta being fire, a little bit of water, and then Kapha being earth and water. So all those elements, we have all of them, and they make up the doshas. So these junction points in the body, the Marma points, they are seen as junction points where Vata, Pitta, Kapha meet. They come together in these points. They are also points, if we're just talking about the physical body, where you have flesh, veins, arteries, tendons, bones, and joints. They meet. So it's typically 4 to 5 different tissues that cross in that area to make up this Marma point. And it's where the Vata, Pitta, Kapha meet as well. So you have those 4 to 5 different physical tissues. You have the 3 doshas also meet in this junction point. Then we have been talking, you guys, the last few weeks about the psychological constitution and how it impacts us. The psychological constitution, remember, are the gunas, and that's sattva, rajas, and tamas. Sattva being pure, clear, content, peaceful. And then rajas being active, dynamic. And tamas is inertia. Okay, so those 3 psychological doshas also meet in these Marma junction points. Oh my gosh, it's just getting so interesting. I can't take it. So they meet there. Here's also what Ayurveda says about these Marma points in the body. It is where eternity and relativity meet. It is where aspects of self-realization can be had and meet. It is where the inner self and the outer self meet. It is between the known and the knowing. It is also a junction between the physical, the astral, and the causal bodies. So these points are of great importance because it is where a person's body and mind and soul and spirit come together. So all of that is in the Marma points. That's why it's so profound. So when I am working with people, now I do more than just Marma. When I am working with people, I am really interested in helping people clear out. We need to become open and empty. Empty of what? Empty of the beliefs that are holding us back, our limitations, our past, our traumas, our thoughts, right? So how do you do that? Well, they're stuck in our body. They're in the psychological constitution, right? If you're in tamas, you're dealing with thoughts that cause fear and hatred and inertia, depression. If you're stuck in the Rogaic type of constitutional psychology, then you're aggressive and competitive, right? Push, 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 push. And then, so what we want to do is we want to really support people in helping to open up, remove the blockage and the resistance in these channels, in these Marma points. And as we do that, then we become free and we become an open vessel for what? Our own vital force, for the spirit that we are, this life force that we are. That's how we're really supposed to be showing up in the world, not from our beliefs. not from our past, not from, these things that hold us back from showing up as the light. So, I just want to say that when you are stimulating these Marma points, you're effectively reconstructing and rebalancing the entire body system, energy system, astral system, causal system, the doshas, the major organs, and the psychological doshas, as well as all the other stuff that's meeting in these junction points. So you are helping the whole body system function in the most optimal, healthy way. You are bringing in proper balance. And as a result of that, you're going to help with hormone regulation, you're going to help with fluids and immune function. Wow. So, healing through Marma affects all the body systems, all the energy body systems, the chakras, all the energy channels. In Chinese medicine, the energy channels are called meridians. We don't call them that, we call them shrotas. But so you are helping your physical health as well as your constitutional health, which is your doshas. So the purpose of Marma is we want to stimulate these various points throughout the body, help the organs and the systems of the body, and then our Marma points flush us out, remove all that resistance, all that blockage, and we all of a sudden start existing differently. We start moving through the world differently. I want to just say that Marma points, they're not just like a little point, like I said, like an acupressure point or acupuncture point are smaller. Marma points are actually circular bands. They're circular bands. And when the Marma points, when there are imbalances that exist in the body, these Marma points will become sore. So when I hit a point that's sore on people, I will have to stay there a little longer and really keep rubbing it and stimulating it to try to help restore that balance in that Marma point. Okay, so I have another reference that I want to go to. So the science of Marma can be in India, it is considered one of the most ancient treatments out there. It dates back over 10,000 years. Ayurveda, they say, goes back 5,000 years. That's their first record of it. Marma goes back 10,000. So it's been around a long time. Who knows how old it is? That's just the first written record of it. So it is a valuable healing system of India. So Marma, remember, comes from Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the medicine of India, the science of India. And Marma points are, like I said, the junction points of mind and consciousness. Marma points carry information about thoughts, emotions, and feelings and their connection with overall health. I want to just repeat that because that's a big deal. This is why it can be so healing. Marma points can carry vital information about thoughts, emotions, feelings, and the connection that they have to your overall health, your physical body. So that's why trauma can be stored in the body in the Marma points. Something that happened in your childhood could be stored in the body in the Marma points. Beliefs that you took on, you will see it all the time in families where a child took on a belief from a parent. It's not theirs, it's their parents, but they took it on even before they had any cognitive awareness of it. Subconsciously, they took it on and they're carrying this belief in their Marma points. So when we stimulate those Marma points, we free everybody. That is why it is so incredible, because when I do the Marma therapy, I do Marma and then I work with breath and then I help that individual release all of it out of the body. Get it out. Get it out of the causal body, the astral body, and the physical body. We don't want it there. It's creating blockage and it will lead to sickness and illness and disease. It will. Marma therapy is important Ayurvedic treatment. because you're dealing with energy and vital energy, prana. Remember, prana has three meanings. Prana means breath, it means vital force. It also is a direction that air, the dosha of air, moves outward. So prana means your vital energy, your vital force. It's who you are. It's who you are. Your vital energy is you. So prana moves now through these subtle channels, and these portals, these Marma portals, are where we can really help that flow of prana throughout the body. So by stimulating those Marma points in the portal areas, we actually help resolve and bring in health. So resolve imbalances and create balance. All right. So I know it's so interesting. It just makes you want to sign up right now. Come and try Marma, you guys. I'm telling you. I know I talk about it a lot, but I have watched some incredible things happen from Marma. I swear to you, I get stage fright every time I work with somebody because I have no idea what's going to happen. I have to just be an open vessel myself and say, just let me be a servant. Just let me be of service to this person. And I do the entire treatment. And then it's so beautiful what comes out of it. And so I want to encourage you guys to take advantage of these ancient therapies. I'm the only one in this area that does Marma. I can tell you that for sure because I'm trying to find somebody to do it on me and I can't find anyone. Anyway, so that is our talk about Marma. Please come and try Marma. It's beautiful and we all need it. We all need it. And even if you think, oh, I didn't have a childhood I didn't have trauma in my childhood, or I didn't, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just accumulated stress of life gets stuck in our channels. So you can come and do Marma just to keep yourself open and healthy so that your whole body is vibrant and alive because we all are here to be a light for each other. So I want to encourage you to stoke your own light, help it be brighter, help it be healthier.